come and say hello.
I know. Oh, wow.
You're like,
Yeah, so this dog was going to be killed by the local shelter.
really?
She almost got tased to death by the police when they came to get her owner out of the house and take him to hospice. They almost tased her to death because she was coming at them, and the family said that the only person that could be near her is her old owner,
He's
and then.
he's vibing with her a little bit more. He's following her.
Yeah, like this is what I was saying earlier, that he's smelling and checking out the dogs, which is nice. Like he getting smelled and then he goes and smells them, right? But yeah, so she's a dog that the shelter felt like needed to be killed because we're not understanding dogs. We think that dogs are about sit down, good boy and good girl, and then we don't get how to actually communicate with them, what's going on. And shelters will always say, oh, well, the shelter environment's just not a good place for dogs, but we're the one that creates that environment. I've been in a shelter environment where I ran my program like this in there, and I was able to have all the dogs together.
Really?
Yeah. And their stress levels were way down. Like, it was awesome. But people had a problem with me disciplining. They had a problem with the you can't pet dogs in this way and you can't do that. They wanted to do what they wanted to do. It's like what you were saying earlier, our selfish things.
Yes.
And so but what we look at is where the way we're doing this is
He doesn't like his, he
that's what
doesn't-
I'm saying. It's amazing, right?
Yeah.
Where we've applied some stress on him, but I'm trying to do it at that right level and at the right time for the right reasons. But it's there to ultimately reduce his stress. And that's what we've been seeing.
Well, he's already
But-
reduced.
Yeah. And so then it'll be interesting what happens when multiple dogs come in, because this is where he might feel more overwhelmed. But we'll see. But yeah, no, this is great. And we're gonna kind of do the same thing where we're gonna wait till she kind of settles a bit, and then we'll go to the bringing everybody.
So we'll leave her here. While
She'll come out, and then I'll open that door, and then they'll just all come out, and then we'll come back in.
beautiful dog.
Yeah, she's beautiful, right?
With that fur.
Yeah, I'm
How
guessing
long
she.
did it take for you to get her?
Oh, day one, I was able to have people come over and put her with dogs.
Oh, really?
This one?
Yeah,
And they want her to.
and they were going to put her down. I have two more dogs that the shelter was going to be putting down as well that was surrendered to me. Charlie is actually we just got him someone that wants to adopt him. Hopefully they'll be over here next week, and then we have Hickory, who they had called. These people, like all of them, had been contacting all the shelters and rescues that they could find all on the West Coast, and everybody was saying, yeah, we'd put him down.
Hickory's a cute name.
Yeah.
Call him my Hickory anything.
Yeah, I look at what I do. It's like alternative school, where it's an alternative. I'm here mainly. I focus on the dogs that the traditional way isn't working.
The previous girl, did she take more work? Because you said she didn't even see a dog in the distance.
Well, with what I know now, I bet you it would have been because when I had her and we were moving through, there was a lot more that I didn't know then. So there's a lot now that with what I know, it would have been a really quicker. Some things can happen really quick where I can start having conversations with them. Then it's just walking them through these things over and over and over again. And some dogs will get it really, really quickly. Other dogs will kind of take a minute to open up. There's a lot of variables, but what I look at is we should be able to have a conversation and be able to get through to that dog today. Now, how easy it is to get through to that dog depends on the personality of the dog. Some more stubborn than others, but like all the dogs that come in, I put them with dogs and people immediately. I can put them immediately, and then I might have to tell them knock that off and discipline them for things, and but they start getting with it really. It's actually pretty quick when you really think about it, especially compared to when people say, oh, I've been trying to do something for 6 months or a year or 2 years. Like I've had people say, oh, I've been trying to get my dog not to jump up on me for the last 2 years. And then I discipline the dog, and then it's like the dog doesn't really jump up on me anymore. You know, it's our society is we're getting too removed from nature. And I think that when you start aligning with nature, things start clicking a lot more.
Don't they?
Yeah. And so this is why with him, I am like, yeah, we're gonna be able to put him with dogs immediately. We can do this right off the bat. We're gonna see shifts in some way, shape, or form. And then what we would have to say is that through repetition, he's only going to get more familiar and more comfortable with this process, right? And that's what I focus on. Is not that he might be stressed, but overall, like, is this good? It's like working out. You stress your body out to become
Break it
stronger,
down, yeah.
right?
'Cause
But
we were both
mental,
becoming
emotional,
cyclists,
So I look at mental and emotional workout. This is a mental, emotional workout that we're putting him under
Yes.
right now, and so we're as well under that, and we're going to get
Sleep all
stronger
night
and
long.
better the more we get into this. But at first, I'm trying to find where your weight level is. Is this too heavy for you guys? Is this not enough weight?
It's good.
And
It's perfect.
and that's what I am feeling, that it's at the right level right now. But that's why I check in, like, hey, you guys good with moving on to this? When I first, like, in the earlier years, I would just be like, this is what we need to go through, and people would get under so much stress and that they couldn't understand what was happening. And then I started realizing, oh, I have to kind of move people through like I do with dogs. I have to find the right level for everybody. And so I'm glad to hear that you find that this has been a good pace for you guys, because that's an art in itself, trying to find a good
I'm just doing some
rhythm.
Oops, sorry,
Yeah.
buddy.
But yeah, so I'm gonna get the other characters, and then we'll mix them back in.